Oh, that's an old fancy sign. Yeah, I just wanted to do a bit of a boring feature today. Here I am on another bus. It's alright. It's on the route that I am now doing now. Engine with 6. Bit low though. I mean, I've just done the checks. I was going to film doing the checks just to bore everybody even more. But yeah, it's alright, this one. Makes a change actually. Because sometimes it can get so boring to just, to check. But there you go, that's the cab. That's what the cab looks like of this vehicle. See that? You must always remember to have your T key. If you have a T key for that, you won't get yourself locked out. Because that would be highly embarrassing. And thinking of mileage you would lose. God, yeah. But then, mind you, I'm often locked out. Mind you, it would be a change because today I got locked in my abode. Actually, physically locked in. Yeah. Here I am, I'm thinking, oh God, I can see the headlines now. The old dog and Yip died of starvation because they were locked into their own property. I can just picture that. And imagine that. Imagine that being on a bus. You know, the old dog, he's died of a death because he couldn't get into his cab. And all the iBus was, all the powers to be was there. Was like, where are you? Blah, 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 number. Why aren't you moving? Because he's just died, because he's died of starvation, because he's locked out of his bleeding cab. Yeah, it would be amazing, I suppose. Or not. But yeah, I mean, the bus is alright. You know, when you do a check on a bus, anyway, let's get back to the boring stuff. When you do a check on a bus, always walk up and down, check the poles, check the old seats, you know, always check them. Check the old bell, you know, bing, bing, bing. I'm not doing that because I know it's a nightmare job, so just give them a quick, that way. If they work okay, then you know your bus is okay and all the bells ringing okay, all the lights are working normally. Never leave your engine on the stand though. If you always leave your engine on the stand, sooner or later, some lovely, glorious person's going to moan and then you'll get it in the neck for leaving your engine running, even with the quiet ones. These hybrids are lovely buses, don't get me wrong. Unfortunately though, as the motors kick in, it makes the sound of an ordinary regular vehicle. But yeah, you always check them, check everything's working, doors are working, the stairs are okay, nothing sharp within the bus. If you find something sharp, then you can't really run it. Like, for argument's sake, if this was one of the older design and there was something sticking out there on the side there, you know, it's a nice curve. If something was sticking out there, then you couldn't use it because it could cut somebody. Same as with this. They don't use it, it's the wheelchair thing. If that is loose in any way, then you mustn't, you know, you can't really drive the vehicle in that condition because it's obviously in a very bad way. Just like most of our buses these days. Not always, we are tidying them up a bit now. But yeah, always check them. They always say give them a good check. Make sure the seats are attached. You know, if they're attached, then you know that bus is okay. Make sure your bowls, even downstairs, aren't loose. And there ain't nothing loose that could harm a passenger. And that's it. And then you always check your mirrors before you pull away. Once that's done, bing bash bosh, out you go. Then you go on your merry, giddy aunty old job. Whatever route that may be. That's if you can find the way home. If you don't get lost on your journeys, as some people do. Especially diversions. Anyway, just wanted to share that with everybody. Oh yes, another thing. I don't know, can anyone see that? See that? I don't know, can anyone see? What I'm trying to show, in there is where, on the door panel of this particular model, you've got an air cylinder, fire cylinder. Always check that mark is right smack in the middle. If it ain't in the middle, guess what? You're not really allowed to use it, because if you have a fire in the bus, that's your only means of trying to put it out. If it's a small fire, if it's a bigger fire, then well, run for the hills and say, everybody out! But keep them all calm. Make sure you've got a ratchet for the old, something that don't use much, a ratchet for the old wheelchairs. But we don't get to use that because we are not trained to unwind the wheelchair ramp if it should some conceivably get checked in. Always check that. You know, when you're at the stand taking a bus out, always check that the ramp's going in and coming out. And always check, like that. I'll do this part now, this boring part. Watch these people going by. What are you doing? open the door. You put a bag in between them doors when you're taking a bus over. And if it does that, in other words, a sensor here, see this? That is a sensor. With that sensor, if that's working, them doors, until something's in the way, should spring open. If it doesn't, then you must report it straight away and put it on your VCR. And that's all I can say. That's about the quick checks of the new regular buses. And I gotta go now. Bye now.